Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now, in this video, I'm going to share another new article that has emerged reporting that Neve Campbell has doubled down and reinforced her position regarding whether she will return or not for Scream 7. Now, we'll also hear how the producers feel about the idea of Neve possibly coming back to reprise her role of Sidney Prescott in the next Scream film. So, buckle up tight as we dive in to the latest news on the Neve Campbell front. Let's go!
Hey everybody, I'm Eric.
I'm Carson.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Jack.
And we are some of the guys behind Founders Day, and you are watching Craven Something Scary.
So, In Touch Weekly just posted an article featuring their interview with Neve Campbell. This is the second public interview that has been released in the press that I'm aware of in the last 2 weeks. So let's get into the article. Now, first up, we read that producers are hoping to convince Neve Campbell to take another stab at playing final girl Sidney Prescott. Quote, Neve is definitely considering returning, an insider exclusively reveals to In Touch. She loves the franchise and wants to go back on her terms. Now, I'm going to stop here for just a minute and really look at this again. A couple things. Now, you probably remember a few months ago that I told you about an article that had come out. I did a video on it where it stated that the producers were very interested in Neve returning for Scream 7. And here we see it stated yet again that the producers are actually, this takes it a little step further, the producers are hoping to convince Neve to return. So rather than just saying, hey, we really hope she comes back, now, the language from this article is that they're hoping to convince her to return. Now, the In Touch insider went on to say that Neve is definitely considering returning, and she loves the franchise and she wants to go back, but on her terms. Now, when you say that, it really does bring everything that happened in Scream 6 back in full focus yet again. And it needs to be, because it was a total debacle when Gary Barber and Spyglass refused to pay Neve what she considered to be a fair salary to come back in Scream 6. And now here we are with Scream 7, and all I can say is this: I really do hope Gary Barber and the Spyglass executives have learned their lesson with Neve. And please don't play this game yet again with her. You tried it with 6. Don't do it with 7. And we're in, let me tell you, right now, Scream 7 is in, you could make the case, it's in trouble. It's in a lot of trouble. All right. And they need to fix it, repair it as best they can. I don't think that's going to include a proper apology to Melissa and to get her back, although some might argue that it should, and I wouldn't be against that. But reality says that bridge is burned right now. It's done. So you're in a situation now as Gary Barber and the executives of Spyglass. You're looking at the OG queen of the franchise, Sidney Prescott, the ultimate fighter, the ultimate survivor. Here she is, willing and wanting to come back. It's like not even having to convince her to want to come back. She's ready, but on her terms, and it should be. That is fair. And you have a chance as Spyglass to try and at least make Scream 7 desirable again for a lot of people. And you do that with the legacy. You bring back Sidney Prescott. Sidney Prescott needs to be the focal featured character in Scream 7 right now. That she needs to be. It needs to go around her, just like Scream 1 through 4. It needs to be an old school, vintage, Wes Craven type Scream film again. That's what we need. I believe that. That's what's my opinion. You can disagree, and I have no problem with that. But that's how I feel. And so they are literally at the edge of the cliff with the opportunity to grab Neve and bring her in, get her back, get Sidney Prescott front and center again. And they just can't mess this up, guys. They just, they have to do this right. Because once you get her signed, once Neve is in and then Sidney's back, you've got Patrick Dempsey you could try to bring in, reunited with Mark Kincaid. That would be amazing as part of the story as well. There's a lot of different, potential things that can happen. There are a lot of dominoes that could fall. But the first domino has to be Neve Campbell. She's got to be the first signed. And once that's done and she's signed, not as a glorified cameo, and we actually see her signed as the lead character, then you're going to see other dominoes fall too. I really believe that. Now, regarding the whole pay and salary, the article actually does touch on this as well. It goes on to say the actress, who's 50, to my Neve, obviously, the 50, famously refused to reprise her long-running role in Scream 6 over a pay dispute with the studio. I felt the offer that was presented to me did not equate to the value I have brought to the franchise, she sniped. Or she snipped. Either way. Now that there's been a major cast shakeup, the insider continues, quote, Neve is expecting and deserves a bigger paycheck than what they offered her last time, end quote. And rightfully so, she should expect it, and she should get it. I've been here lately, I've been using the analogy and the metaphor, obviously jokingly, it's tongue in cheek, drive up the armored car to her front door and just dump everything out on the porch, all the cash. But I mean that in a sense of pay Neve Campbell what she should be paid as a lead character in a major motion picture. And that's what I think that will fix everything. Yeah, I should say fix everything, but that will fix the issue here regarding getting her back to reprise her role. And that's what needs to happen, guys. They got to pay her. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to leave it there. I could go on, but I think I've said what needs to be said. I shared what I wanted to share with you guys from the article, so I think I will leave it there. But I do want to know, what do you think about Neve's, comments and this insider sharing their perspective with In Touch Weekly, that she's open to returning to 7 under the right conditions on her terms. I want to know your thoughts and your ideas and any theories you have about whether you think Spyglass and Gary Barber will bite the bullet and pay her what she should be paid. And how do you feel about having Sidney as the lead character once again, like Wes Craven's 4 Scream films? How do you guys feel about that? Let me know in the comment section below right now. And remember, I don't read minds. I haven't learned that skill. So you have a voice, but in order to use it, you have to use it in the comments, okay? That's the only way I'm going to know what you're thinking. So leave your comments below and let's talk about it. Well, that is all for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.